Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 16 of the No Hype Zone. I am Seth.
This is Lance.
We're in here, we talk about what you love, what you don't love, your fandom, and then you also got to talk about your non-fandom, or take your fandom hat off for 5 seconds and think critically, or talk about your team from a realistic standpoint.
Okay. So the hype and the no hype. This is called the No Hype Show. Know what you're talking about. No bias.
Correct. Okay, with that being said, so today's going to be a quick show. We are, as you can see, we're kind of informal. We're in the middle of the work week. It is Thursday, June 6th.
Because he's so busy. He's just traveling all over the world. Got these contracts now. He done turned into a celebrity. So I get like maybe 10, 15 minutes of his time. Yeah, you know you're a celebrity. You're a celebrity, man. He's traveling. Just come out from Mexico, then about to go to Nevada, and traveling maybe to Singapore after that. Who knows what he's got? He got all these, interviews coming up. So, let's enjoy the show right now.
Well, actually, Dubai would be kind of nice to go to next. That'd be really cool.
That'd be dope.
But where would you like to go? Actually, real quick.
I don't like I don't like to travel long distances.
Yeah.
I have a hard time coming from Gilbert to Chandler. That's just my thing. I like
to get,
if I can transport that, then I'm fine. I don't like the long trips. But one of my favorite places, I wanted to go to the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
But I heard about all those murders down there, and I don't know if I want to go now. I had some time to myself yesterday, and I got a chance to watch a couple of those news shows.
Oh, don't do it, man.
Yeah, I know, I can't go down that rabbit hole.
See, the news shows will always give you, too much frosting, where the No Hype Zone brings you back to reality. So that's what we're trying to bring you guys at home.
Right.
With that being said, all right, so we have the NBA Finals. We talked about the NHL Final with Ethan for 3 minutes. That was our 3-minute hockey hype.
Yes, sir.
So now we have Game 4 coming up at Oracle tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's tomorrow. So last night, Toronto beat the broken down, injured Golden State Warriors. I think it was 123 to 109.
Right.
Okay. I do want to give props to Kyle Lowry. He stepped up the first 2 games. He was averaging, I think, 29% and had like 10 points. If you're a max player, bro, come on, man, step up. Finally, he, I guess, came into his own a little bit last night. Yes, it's only 1 game, but hopefully he can keep this up. He had, what do you have? He had
23 last night.
23 last night?
23 last night. Went 5 for 9 for shooting. Actually 5 for 9 from the 3-point line. 8
That's
for
really
16.
good.
Yeah, 8 for 16 from the field. So that means he's.
That was like 60% from 3. That's really good.
That's not bad.
Yep. So. And then Kawhi Leonard, of course, was efficient as always. He had 37 and 6, 52% on only 17 shots.
Yep.
30 points on 17 shots. That's pretty good.
Awesome, man. It's awesome. The claw, he's suing Nike.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
What is that all about?
Because
Nike trying to make a shirt.
Well, Nike said that he couldn't sell shoes, and I guess because of his personality. And
have you seen his personality?
I got a pair of the gray suede Air Jordan 1s because Kawhi was wearing those, and I'm thinking that I'm getting the first of his shoes, just like I got the first of Russell's shoes and the first of I got Kyrie's.
How many Russell shoes do you have?
I got 3 pairs of Russells. I got the first ones. The only ones I don't have is the colorways right now, which I'm going to get.
Every time you put them on, does your shooting percentage go down?
You're very funny.
Do you just take random shots?
So hype, when I put them on, instantly I live my life in a triple-double. No hype, the shoes are just a pair of shoes. It's just a regular pair of shoes.
In the hype, triple-double, but then your team loses.
Yeah, okay.
Or they lose in the first round of the playoffs.
So that's shots fired. It's not even July 4th yet, and the firecrackers are going off. All right, so yes. So anyway, Kawhi, that's the situation with Kawhi.
Okay.
Kawhi want to get back his logo because he, New Balance is banking on him to sell. And Toronto,
he's New Balance.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
And Canada is saying, hey, he's our national hero right now. New Balance is going to sell through the charts out there.
Did you hear that in downtown Toronto, there's a builder is building some high-rise loft or whatever like that, like $1 million lofts, and they're like, hey, if you stay in Toronto, we'll give you like $1 million loft for free. Like, it's yours, bro. They're trying so hard to keep them there.
Well, one of the restaurants, No Hype, is already, they put up there that come eat here because Kawhi eats free here. That's just basically what it is. And then, so this thing is getting, Toronto is doing everything they can to keep Kawhi, tamper, as the NBA would say. They're tampering with him, making sure that he can stay there before the free agent.
Wait, but how is that tampering if they're just, hey, like we want you to stay here. That's not
they recruiting him.
But how can he be recruited if he's already there?
Well, I'm just exaggerating. Hype the NBA how they like the other day when Doc Rivers was talking about the finals and he get a fine. He gets a fine because of the fact that he describes Kawhi
to Jordan
and he gets a $50,000 fine. I would have been mad. Like, wait a minute, I got put on this stage. I got to talk about the best players, but yet still, I can't explain that this player's. He is what he is, like Dennis Green. They are who we thought they were.
And we let him off the hook.
We let him off the hook.
Remember that quote?
Yeah. I was
got an idea for a great show.
Yeah.
Great quotes from anybody.
See how it just happens? It just happens.
I like that.
We do this every time we're on screen. So we got the conspiracy. We got the great quotes. What else we got? We got
systems. We can elaborate more on the systems.
Yes, sir. We save all that for the radio.
Yes.
Sir.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Sir.
Love it.
But getting back to the game, pretty much, like you said, Kawhi was efficient. Everybody played their roles. Siakam is one of those players that I think I'm falling in love with Siakam. I speak with my basketball players like it's a love affair. Siakam reminds me of, he has a lot of Scotty in him. He reminds me a little bit of that boy in OKC, Jelani or Jeremy Grant.
He's to do with he had a little blonde pop.
No, he's talking about Schroeder.
Okay.
But I just like his style. He's so athletic. He's so he's he has his IQ needs to come up a little bit. You can see where Draymond has the advantage over him a little bit. But still, I think he's up and coming as one of those top players. Danny Green lost his mind last night. Green was shooting and talking to the crowd, talking about look up at the score yesterday. So props to Toronto. Van Fleet came through yesterday. Van Fleet, I think he went 4 for 8, 3 for 6 from the three-point line, put up 11 points off the bench. Ibaka was blocking everything. If you went to the bathroom, he would have blocked you from going to the bathroom.
That's his job, man.
Sir.
How can they get rid of him in OKC?
So hype. My blood pressure is through the roof.
I give him a hard time because he's a OKC fan.
Hype. My blood pressure is calm. No hype. My blood pressure goes through the roof whenever you start talking about OKC.
That once you leave Westbrook, your career actually takes off.
See,
it's so
when
interesting.
I win this championship, you're gonna be eating crow.
No, I want Toronto to win.
I'm gonna have a crow dinner for him. I'm gonna have a crow dinner for him.
Wait, who wins the championship?
We're gonna stay on the finals. I'm not gonna talk about Westbrook and I'm not gonna talk about OKC because they're not in it right now. We're gonna talk about Toronto and Golden State, and that's no hype. So let's get back to Golden State. I can't deal with that. That's too much stress for me. OKC is not in there. I got my boy doing charities in LA, but I'm not gonna talk about OKC because some people have told me that when they look at the show, all we do is talk about Westbrook and OKC.
You know what that kind of reminds me of? How ESPN only talks about that one team from Dallas.
Right.
We don't want to become them. Okay.
Yeah.
No more OKC talk, even when they're not in it. Okay, I'm done.
But
that's hype. That is hype. No hype.
We might still talk about it.
We might still talk about it. Okay. Fair enough.
So we're going into Golden State. You want to break down?
Yeah, Golden State. So KD is out. They're saying he might come back for Game 4.
Right.
We have Klay Thompson is out.
Right.
Iguodala is getting old and hobbled.
Right.
Curry literally had to carry the team last night.
Yeah.
He was 47, 8 and 7, 6 for 14 from 3. Granted on 31 shots, so a volume shooter, but he kind of had to. Like, who else can he give the ball to? Even the guys who I thought last week, I was like, you know what? They plug anybody into that system, they're going to pull through. Just like they had Quentin Cook kind of came through for them in Game 2. That's my fault. I guess as an analyst, you could say, hey, plug anybody in there, they'll be fine. Incorrect. The guys were running around on Golden State last night like they didn't know what they were doing.
I think
especially on defense.
I don't think you were wrong with plugging anybody into the system. What it was they have too many. They got so many weapons.
Yep.
And Boogie, as much as I love Boogie, the other night he won Game 2 for him.
Sure.
But he lost Game 3. He was he was not efficient. He was falling over the floor. He looked like a guy who was just getting his legs back.
Sure.
He was always down. He was doing moves that wasn't DeMarcus Cousins like. You could see that he felt like he needed to step up in absence of KD and absence of Klay. Draymond played a pretty good game. Draymond was last night? He went 17 points. He had 7 rebounds, 4 assists. But that was the type of game that you need a triple-double out of Draymond.
Do you hear what his mom said?
What'd she say?
She was like, hey, Draymond, stop talking to the refs.
Yeah.
What did Draymond do last night?
He tried to hold it in. He's been doing good. He's been doing good. He's not as crazy as Draymond You need Draymond's in your life. You need Draymond's. You need Iguodala's. You need glue guys.
He's like the anti-warrior type deal. You know, they're very like buttoned up. You know, very professional. Where he's like the Rasheed Wallace.
He's the spirit of the Warriors. To me.
Sure.
He's the spirit. When you think of a warrior, you think of somebody that goes to battle. I'm taking Draymond with me all day and night. Draymond will put his head through a wall. Draymond will do whatever you ask him to do. He can care less about the stats, the bottom line. Now, when I say that he needs to step up and do a triple-double, I don't mean that he needs to count his stats and stat pad, but he needed to be a little bit more. I know you're going to you just said you ain't going to talk about. But the thing is, I'm not saying he played a bad game. I think Draymond never gives you anything less than 115, 150%. Sure. It was just that last night, because DeMarcus Cousins was so off, the team was trying to adjust,
What was off yesterday?
I just think his legs are not
there. Got one word. What was off?
Synergy. Yes, sir.
There it is.
Yes,
there
sir.
it is.
Synergy was off.
Yep.
But props to Steph. You know, I keep saying Steph reminds me of David in the Bible. You know, he's not scared to face giants, Goliath, and you know, and when he shoots that three, it's like a slam dunk anywhere else. The oracle lights up. But you know, he just couldn't carry it. Now, I think we was talking about a list that we had.
Yeah. So the topic we want to talk about today is players who super good, super talented, but can't do it by themselves. You know, we talked about LeBron. It's almost like an indictment for LeBron in the sense of in the finals he'll have 29, 9, and 9. He'll do all this work. He'll sit you down at the table. He'll take your order. He'll cook your food. He'll do everything while everyone else kind of stands around and watches. Mm-hmm. Curry basically had to do it last night and still couldn't get it done.
He's a system guy.
Yes.
And LeBron is a system on the floor. When you put him on there, he's a system by himself. Max Kellerman was saying earlier today, he was saying that there's levels to this, and Steph has proven that he can step up in the finals. But unlike LeBron, he hasn't shown that he can step up to the level that he played last night and still be able to carry his teams to a win. And it made me appreciate LeBron a little bit more.
Yes, and this is only the first time we have a very small sample size with Curry because there's only one game where he's basically by himself. He doesn't have his other two good shooters on the team to help him out or to bail him out if he's not having a good game. So with that being said, we should be giving more props to LeBron because remember in the first finals we didn't have Kevin Love with the shoulder injury and Kyrie with the knee injury, and it was just him and Dellavedova and a bunch of sack of potatoes trying to get the job done. And everyone's like, oh, like LeBron, like you're not that good. It's like you are that good, you just have no one else around you. So we're just talking about guys like who think they can get it done on their own or try to do it on their own, but they can't. Like you do need your Robin to your Batman. Jordan always had Pippen with him, plus his other cast of guys, and we always forget. Who else did he have coaching him?
He had Phil Jackson. We had Horace Grant in one part of the 3 wins, and then we had in the second part of the 3 wins we had Dennis Rodman. We had a great bench.
There's your big 3.
Yeah, we had a bench in the first 3 wins. We had Craig Hodges coming off the bench. In the second
B.J. Armstrong.
In the second 3 we had Steve Kerr coming off the bench and Tony Kukoc. So we was loaded. The Bulls
Joe Bushler.
How about that? But he fit into the system.
Bill Cartwright.
Bryson DeLay, who passed. The late Bryson DeLay. We had all those players, and then you look at the Lakers team. The Lakers team had the same type of players that had certain attributes that you can plug in and just make that system flow. Curry, hats off to you guys. You guys are fighting. I still don't count you guys out of it. I think that no hype Golden State. No hype Golden State is gonna win the series because you got Clay.
But if the guys come back,
well,
what if they're still injured?
Last night was the sacrificial lamb. Steve Kerr and the organization sat down Clay on purpose to get him back in Game 4. They
touched on that last segment, I think, when I said, hey, when Isaiah Thomas was injured, they brought him back too soon. Now he's out $150 million. Same thing with Leonard. When he was out with the quad injury last year, everyone's like, oh, come back, play, for your team, be a team player. He said on purpose because now look where he is, Keep going.
Well, I'm just saying that, that's just what you're just saying that, if players, if you put him out there and he injured himself even more and you still lost, imagine
the double whammy.
The whole team is like let down. Yeah. So you're hoping that KD can get back in this next game tomorrow or either Game 5. You're hoping that Clay is coming back full steam, and then
as a Warriors fan,
and then that takes a lot of pressure off of Boogie to do what he needs to do. So now you got all these components back to fight the next 4 games. So it's a 4-game series to me. I still think it's going to go the full distance now, especially with Toronto winning this game. But I think that was a smart move by Steve Kerr, and with their type of confidence, because they're champions already. I don't think that they're sweating that they lost that game last night. The media and everybody else is hyping it up.
Of course, you're gonna blow this thing way out of proportion. It's like every single game is like, oh my God, like Armageddon with every single game. So they don't look at it as a collective whole. So I'm gonna say hype. I got Toronto winning in 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no hype. I'm gonna say Warriors in 7 when everybody comes back, if they can come back healthy.
I'm not gonna disagree with them. My same thing will be hype. Toronto in 6, because I do like the way
I do want Toronto to win.
I see. I'm like 50-50. Okay. I want Toronto to win because I can't stand the bandwagon Golden State fans. You know, my family included and all that. I just get sick.
And they stick their nose up in the air.
Ain't nobody from Oakland, nobody from Golden State. Everybody all of a sudden is Golden State fans. That just cracks me up. Everywhere I go, you can catch an Uber, and then cats will be from Miami, Florida, and they're Golden State fans. Get off the bandwagon.
If I were to say Tim Hardaway, do you guys do?
They don't even remember Run TMC.
Do you know who Chris Mullin is?
I don't know who Run TMC is. So that's what I'm trying to say. This Golden State thing. That's the reason why I want Golden State to lose. But I want Golden State to win because I'm tired of seeing Drake act crazy. And I want Drake to continue this crap. I want the Drake curse to continue. So I'm like in between. So,
Are you a curse guy?
I'm not a curse guy. I don't believe in none of the curses and none of that stuff. Unless Travis get me to try to bet him on the NCAA tournament, then, I feel like I'm cursed. He tried to get me to bet on this tournament, on this
finals.
If I'd have tried to bet, if I'd have bet on Golden State would have been done like in game 5 games.
I always feel like the team who I root for in big games, Super Bowls, national championship games, always lose. I have like no vested interest.
Welcome to the club. Just like teams from afar. And remember, don't gamble with Travis Peets because he'll make you feel really bad if you gamble because he'll rub it in as soon as you leave. I spent a whole week after the NCAA tournament hiding my face. So don't do that. So now I'm just an analyst. I just sit back and watch.
You're losing again.
See, there you go.
Peanut gallery. He won't show his face, but he will come back on, or he will come on when college football starts.
That's right.
But I want to go to this list here.
Okay.
These are players who, let's see that.
You want to go to the list?
Go get it. Go get it.
No hype. I see y'all later. This is Express No Hype, but we still at work, so I gotta go to work. He's gonna break down the list. I'm gonna hype that when we do the next show, episode 17. Kerry,
fair enough. I'll see you, man. So we had a list of players who think they can get it done on their own. First and foremost, I'm gonna say Kyrie Irving thought he could do everything on his own without LeBron. Sorry, bro, you didn't get it done in Boston. Everyone thought that you would take your team to the Eastern Conference Finals. Couldn't get it done. I'm going to say CB Franchise, if you guys remember him. Played for Houston for a while out of Maryland. He was fantastic in college. Then just got a little over his skis. His head got too big. He even wanted out of Houston at one point. I think that's how they got Yao Ming because they tried to tank that season. Iverson, one of my first loves. Iverson, loved you, man. One of my favorite players. I had 3 of your sneakers, but he just couldn't do it by himself. They did go to the finals one year in 2001. But then again, he had to carry the team all by himself with a bunch of nobodies. And he will always go down as one of the best players to, in my opinion, I guess this is hype, to never get it done. A lot of people will argue with me on that, as they should. Please, I welcome the argument. I'm going to say Marbury or Starbury.
Overrated.
Completely overrated. Only made 2 All-Star teams, averaged 13 points a game.
Got mad at Kevin Garnett for making all that money. Then when he tried to make that money, he dropped the ball. I'm gone.
There you go. And then he goes to China, runs away to China, where he's actually famous in China for some reason. And one of my biggest ones is Carmelo Anthony. You chased the money. Dude, winning championships will win dividends in the future. Who cares about making your $30-40 million contract? You need to take a pay cut to have guys come with you to help you out. He never had that, and he was a volume shooter. And we called him the black hole because whenever he got the ball, he never got rid of it. He always thought he could take 47 shots a game and they would all fall. Sorry, man. That's why you guys never made the playoffs in New York. I think they made the playoffs in New York once. Got bounced in the first round. Okay, guys. Lance is in here, so we can talk about Westbrook by myself, okay? Westbrook, you're never going to win a championship unless you give the ball up. I think we talk about this ad nauseum. So I don't want to beat a dead horse. And he's not here, so I can't really give him a good rib shot, but once he watches this video, he'll get it. Westbrook, sorry, man. I know you're trying to do it on your own. I don't believe in you until you change your ways, until you become more self-aware. I think management did the team a disservice by getting rid of Harden and by getting rid of KD. I think they could have stayed or should have gotten rid of Westbrook, and then I think Oklahoma City would actually be further in the playoffs than they are now. Vince Carter, I love you, man. You're about to be the first guy to ever play in 4 decades. Toronto, you were close in Toronto. You were so close. I think you took them to 7 games, I think, against Philly in the 2001 Eastern Conference Finals. Missed that game-winning shot. After that, we never heard much of Vince Carter. Great player. Could jump through the roof, through the building, but never could get it done on his own. That's too bad. With that, Toronto's up 2-1. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully I have this video uploaded before that game occurs. So that's all we have time for today. Real quick, on an NFL note, David Johnson from the Cardinals, all you Arizona Cardinals fans, came out and said, hey, I think I'm the best running back in the NFL. So we can debate that next show, which will be next week. With that, everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.